forsaken city. Hot footstep, unyielding pavement. Heave against the roiling torrent. Excuse me. Keep your balance, push your way through scowling crowds of animal men in cars and buses and trucks that roar and pour exhaust into the racket. Acrid, choking, fuming din, sweaty smells, chafing skin. Pounding, pounding, grinding, throbbing, shoving, quick step, sirens howling, engines, tires, hissing, growling. Excuse me, excuse me. Downtown in the middle of the day, a short man walking down the street stopped. He closed his eyes against the noise. Standing on the corner, he lost sight. No more greens or yellows or reds. His head filled up with a different kind of light. He dreamt a fleeting daydream of his only child, his precious son, his solitary darling boy. This is what he dreamed.
My favorite dream? Look, look, look. My favorite dream? Look. Oh yeah, I really loved that. Yeah, I really loved that. Look, look, look. Look.
In his dream, there appeared his child's face, the color of his hair, and that tangy smell of play that only belongs to children. He heard the soft, sweet sound of his little boy's peculiar little giggle, saw his eager, happy face. What do you want to do today, Dad? Playing, chasing, tumbling, running on endless lawns that stretch forever, on endless afternoons. Then the man let go his breath with a sigh. He gave a twitch and opened his eyes. Back on the corner with the traffic and the noise, he made the sort of contented whimper that he was wont to make in the impenetrable face of love. This done, he resumes his ordinary breathing. He squints and sniffs. He walks on in the extraordinary light of the ordinary bright hot day. Green light, he crosses and goes walking on his way. On the highway at night, there is the closeness of the car, the comfort of the heater and the dashboard lights. How far? The radio drones, it talks and plays. Not your kind of music, but you'll have to settle. It's the only station that you can get out here. Mile after mile of broken line, 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 line after line, 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 line. Headlights glow in the distance, circumstantial evidence of fellow travelers who, you suppose, sit in the dark behind the squinty glare of headlights of the occasional passing cars. And it's mile after mile after mile after mile after mile of broken line. The car does all the work, and the only mountain you need climb is time, 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 time. Everything for the traveler, a place for him to eat and a place for him to sleep. Everything for the traveler, a place to wash off the dust from the road. Everything for the traveler, a quiet room where the roaring of engines is far off in the distance, far off in the distance. Now, in his quiet room, he can barely hear the highway. In his quiet room, he can barely hear the road. Everything for the traveler, except of course for all the people whom he knows, except of course for his wife and his child. Their absence fills him with a feeling not as strong as, but not unlike despair. Call it gentle, quiet despair. Call it unimportant despair in the heart of the traveler. His footsteps crunching on the gravel of the parking lot seem loud to him now in the solitude of night. He's just returning from his dinner at the coffee shop where he only spoke a dozen words to the waitress, a dozen polite and functional words or so, where he and several other solitary diners, like thousands before them, ate their dinners alone in the same bright, nearly empty room in which nobody really lives. With a key on a tag that fills up his hand, he opens up the door to his room. He switches on the light, and the vacant darkness becomes vacant brightness. He washes his face, then he dries it on a crisp, clean, unfamiliar towel. He's never rubbed his face on this before. He watches television for a while, nothing's on, then lights out. He lies on the bed, on his half of the bed. He stretches his arm out, reaching for his wife, not there. Reaching for his wife, not there. Reaching for his wife, he comes up empty. His wife, throws off the covers, he reaches for the phone, then he sees the time on the face of the traveler's alarm clock. Too late, she's gone to bed an hour ago. He can't call her now, she would worry. Why had he called her so late? It's too late, he can't call her, she would worry. She seems to love him so, he doesn't want her to worry. So he watches a cold, dead rock rise up into the sky. Tinted yellow it appears on the horizon, turning cold, turning pale, turning bright, turning white. It rises up into the sky, the sky, the sky. I dreamed I saw the judges and lawyers dancing down the streets of my hometown. I dreamed I saw the judges and lawyers dancing down the streets of my hometown, while mothers bounced their babies on their knees and pointed and tickled and cooed and said, "See the funny men, my baby, oh, see the funny, funny men, baby, oh." Meanwhile, there was a hatching down at the local power plant, an unanticipated terrorist plot down at the local power plant. The plant that supplies the power, the plant that supplies almost everything to everybody. Meanwhile, there was a hatching down at the local power plant, a plot perpetrated by several unsuspected, well-connected, otherwise a cut above the ordinary men from out of town, whom nobody seemed to know. They were turning off the lateral gravity, the lateral gravity. That's the force that connects the mother to her child. That's the force that binds the judges to the lawyers. The terrorists were turning off the gravity at the local power plant, disconnecting all the people in my hometown. Goodbye, goodbye, Your Honor. Fare thee well, my baby, oh. Goodbye, my dear sweet mother. You counselors, go to God. You lawyers, go to God.